Oh, it's right here. The thing that we're looking for.
Hi everybody, welcome to GameGorgon. My name is Krug.
I'm Indigo.
And today we're here to talk to you about Hunt Showdown again. This time we've played it. It's pretty fun.
Now, if you don't know what Hunt Showdown is, we're actually going to put a link down into the description of our previous video where we talk more extensively about what the game is and who makes it and all that other stuff.
Now that we've had a chance to play it, we can actually give you some of our thoughts about the game, and honestly, for me, it's a lot of good things with a couple of minor things that I think can be fixed really easily before the game's release. It's in early access at the moment, so this isn't necessarily what our thoughts are going to be about the full release of the game. It's just kind of the current state of things. Lots of good potential, lots of like quality work you can tell has gone into the game.
It is very early access. It is got a lot of just natural problems because it is in that state of the game.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to start with bad.
Sure, let's start with bad. YOLO.
The first time I tried to play, it didn't even like load. Like I went into the game and the first thing you're supposed to do is recruit a hunter, and I hit
Basically character select.
Yeah, it started me with $0, and when I recruited a hero, I had no options. I couldn't pick anyone.
Yeah, so you hit the recruit button and it doesn't give you the option to recruit anyone, and you don't have any money, and it's kind of confusing. And it ended up being the problem of it's not connected to the network because the thing that prompts you to allow it to the firewall in Windows 10 was hiding behind the window, and so...
Well, that was your problem. That wasn't my problem.
Oh, that wasn't your problem?
No,
that was my problem.
It was just server connection. Like, it wasn't connecting to the server properly.
But you had already hit allow?
I had already hit allow. I had to exit the game, re-enter the game. It worked. Then the third time I played, it had the same problem.
Weird.
Today, when we played it, I had the same problem, but I had to tell it to refresh the server. So it's kind of like a constant issue for me, and I know what's happening when I look up at the top and it shows me that I have $0 instead of 666.
That's what you start with.
You clever
Nice
son of a
touch.
bitch.
It's good.
Yeah, once we got into that, selecting a hunter, buying their items, like that's all, like for the most part, understandable. I wish that when you hit the plus symbol for like a tool, instead of just bringing up what tools you have, and if you don't have any tools, it gives you the shop option.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to buy tools?
It was both always.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It would be nice if you just didn't have to go into a separate menu to buy stuff. If you had an inventory screen while you were waiting for a game, and then that inventory screen also allowed you to buy things.
And having to go back and forth is kind of annoying because how the game works is there's two different like leveling systems. There's your family line, your family bloodline, which is basically your overall like player level, and then your individual hunter bloodline like level.
Character level,
basically. And depending on what level your character is, and depending on what level you are, gives you different perks and other items that you can purchase.
Access to different things, yeah.
And so it's like, it's kind of like difficult because you're like, okay, this hunter has an extra slot, right? Okay, so I can buy an extra item, and it's just.
But then, like, what did I need to put there? It's not super convenient. The user like experience there isn't super great. In the game,
yes,
there's a couple of things that I didn't particularly enjoy. Specifically,
the darkness.
The darkness, yeah. So you can choose currently to play either daytime or nighttime. Most of my solo playthroughs were daytime, but when he and I played together, we did a nighttime level first, and it was my first time doing it. It is unbelievably dark, like way, way darker than is reasonable, to the point where there's parts of the game where all I could see were just like dots that represented eyes for enemies, and there was no other light. And I don't know if that's intentional. I also couldn't find a way in-game to adjust the brightness or gamma or anything that would allow me to see. It seems intentional because they don't give you that option.
Well,
and in a game like this, it seems like that would be a priority thing to release, right?
And what I was doing is I was using my power, like you know how you get the power of the vision?
Yeah.
I was using that to see the environment better.
Oh.
So I was like, I was hopping into
that. Limits your view radius super severely.
Yeah, I get that. Like there was a couple zombies that I could not see, and then I went into it, and I was like, oh, there's freaking 3 zombies near us. We have to deal with this. Like, and so that's, I agree. It's like, I wish it was a little brighter. And I've only played nighttime games.
Yeah.
I should hop into a daytime game.
It's way easier.
Is it?
Substantially
I wonder
easier.
if like the reward is different. Like if you play nighttime, you get a higher reward.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like an inbuilt difficulty differentiation between those two things, or if it's just two different environments.
I would also like, it kind of goes against how the game works, but that'd be nice to have a respawn option.
Yeah, it's frustrating to get in there and die very quickly, like we did, and not be able to come back and have to search for a new game. And maybe the only reason we find that so frustrating is because it's so difficult to find games currently. And
but if you're so reliant on like heavy player base, doesn't that kind of hinder the game? Like
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Because it's only 4 people versus like a 10 player.
Well, and even if it was, like, think of PUBG, the way PUBG works. You don't get a respawn in PUBG. Like, you die and then you're done. I think there's enough interaction with the NPCs and with the enemies that you're trying to kill that are non-player controlled that makes it, even if there aren't any other players, like, even if you're on a map by yourself, right, with no other players, I think it's fun still. I don't think you need other players to be in the world for it to be fun. I think it's way more fun co-op than it is single player, but that's not anything new at all.
Well, and you played it solo play.
Yeah, I played it solo. So there are some problems with solo play. I don't think it is really the gameplay so much. I think it still feels like the same tension. I think it still is the same like fast-paced, like kind of, again, tense combat that the multiplayer option has. But the one problem is I don't think, and I could be wrong, this could just be me being terrible at video games, but I don't think it's possible to kill the boss by yourself. I think you need to have another person. Because I've tried it 3 times to kill the same boss in the same environment. Not the same environment, not the same like part of the map. But it was the daytime. It was the daytime map though. And I could not do it. It was the spider boss. I was using guns, which is what it said. It said kill it with bullets or something like that. Kill it with gunfire. I was using guns against it, and I maybe did 10% of its health.
Wow.
It was, and it started with missing some health. So I think somebody came up to it first before me, fought it, died, and then I came up to it and fought it and died.
Wow.
And maybe the game's just gonna keep sending people at that one boss until it dies. But from what I saw from discussion of the game previously, where the devs were playing, they didn't seem to have too hard of a time taking it out, because they were garbage at the game.
Well, and
they were trash.
Not only that, they were able to revive the other person, which...
Right, which is OP, because when I died, that was it.
Yeah.
And it does a lot of damage, the spider boss, and it poisons you, so you like lose health over time. And consumables, like you don't find health packs in that game. Like I don't even think I found any. I may have found one, because I know that you can do it, so I must have found at least one. But the resources are so scarce. Everything. Bullets are scarce. But that's not something I dislike about it. That's something I like about it. It's just that combined with the lack of boss killability kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth, you know?
Sure.
Like if I had, 2 more clips, maybe I would have gotten it to half.
We're going to definitely be covering the game more the further it is and closer it is to release. So
yeah.
Plan on seeing a lot more of those videos. This, again, is just kind of our first
Yeah. Absolutely. I've never seen a horror like this It's not like that. It's just like you notice something out of the corner of your eye. It's not a thing, and then you notice it's a thing. It's not trying to scare you. It's just not in some let us know so that I'll leave them like other
want us to review, even though we've already got the next 10 games lined up to review.
Also, smash that like button. As long as we're being like everybody else. Can we put smash that like button?
Hit the bell icon to give yourselves notifications for any future content that we have coming towards you.
Smash that like button!
My name is Indigo, and you can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT.
And I'm Crew. You can get me at QueueQT on Twitter. You can also get both of us at _QueueTimes on Twitter. We've been GameGorgon. We'll see you all next time.